Hey friends, if you are working with component as you see on my screen, and there are so many holes there, and you want to give some information on these holes, not just the location, but you also want to extract the size of these holes. Then it is obviously going to be tedious task if you do it manually. If you're not working on components like this, which looks like a casting and it is a machined, it's going to be machined after that with by adding several tapping holes on that. Maybe you are working with the plates like this. This is a blurry image, but you can get the idea that there could be several holes of different diameters, and you want to extract the information of the hole size, the diameter of these holes from this model, or your plate could be like this with tapped holes as well as clear holes are there. So if you would like to get this information, basically extract the diameters or radius of these holes. If you, there is obviously there could be several ways to do it, but if you do it manually, it can be a tedious task. There can be two different outcomes you might be looking for. One is just get the number of holes. Another could be number of holes along with its diameter. Another could be if the component is like this, where there could be tapping holes, then you might want to extract the tapping information, whether it is M6, M8, M12, whatever. So these are the different type of outcomes that basically one can expect. But the situation is still remains the same, how we can extract this information easily without spending much of time. So let me take you to my NX screen. And before we see a program for that, let's understand with some model. So this is again a simple model that I have. Here you can see there are two different type of holes on this plate. But here it could be very simple to get this information of holes, because this is a part navigator, and we have this feature history here, and we can see that this is the simple hole which is created. Again, this one is simple hole. Again, there is a pattern, linear pattern of these holes is created. So looking at this feature tree, sometimes it could be very easy to get this information manually. How many holes and how many holes and what is the size of that hole. So if you have a feature tree which is very neatly created, and you have access, you can go to this feature list and can get this information easily. But if it is a component like this, which is imported geometry, it is again one simple example, which is imported geometry, and here we don't get any feature list as such. It is just a solid, dumb solid, and that time getting that information could be very, very tedious. But this kind of situation, this kind of challenge can be very easily solved by a program. So what kind of program it is? Let's have a look at it. So basically, let's run this program first. I have copied all entire this program on a journal file, and I'm going to run this. Yeah, you can see I get the radius information of all the holes. Now uh, you will say that this is a boss there, and your program might have ex exported the information for boss as well. So let's see. Right click here and information select from list. I will select this face I will see the information. And this particular face is radius 13.95. Okay, but what our program has reported 12.5 as a radius. So this is not reported by a program. Again, one more check. Let's see this hole, and see the information for this. This one is 12.5. So you can see this is 12.5. So this program is only reporting holes, not the extruded boss or something, some other cylindrical geometry. It is only exporting the information for holes. Now, quickly we'll go through this program. Basically, if you are new to programming and again new to NX Open APIs, it is difficult for you to understand, but I can even at least share the concept. So what happens is everything in NX is object, and once our program connects to the active session of NX through this selected lines of code, then we can write some piece of code to access the objects. Here we are more concerned about the faces, but even before that, we must uh, get all these faces information from the body. So first thing is bodies are collected out of this geometry. It could be imported geometry. It could be uh, created geometry with several features. So there is no the code is not going to change for that because we are more concerned about bodies. Feature can be bodies can be made out of features, or it can be from the imported solid. That can be, both situations are possible, and we are just concerned about bodies. So first we are getting bodies, and then we are getting the faces out of it. Now once we got the face, so there is actually one class which is called MODL class, which is in UF session, which is inside UF session. This MODL is a class which has several members, API members, which are related to uh, geometry in NX. So out of that, we have used ask face data that collects some parameters, some geometry information about the faces, and we have added some checks on top of that. We are asking some for some axis information, some point containment information from that face data, and we are evaluating whether it is a hole or whether it is a boss. And if it is a hole, then we are just uh, capturing the radius of that face. So this is a simple program to do that thing, and it helps us extract this information very easily. It can save a lot of time for design engineers who are spending time on such kind of models where they need to extract the information. My intention behind sharing such example is just to make you aware what is the possibility what is the possibility of using the automation, the programs in NX, and what it can benefit to design engineers, and also make you little aware about what the program is actually. So if you want to hear more from me, if you have anything to ask, just comment in the comment section and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.